Invitations are out. RSVP's coming in. Vincent, you're doing music. Okay, so I'm gonna do balloons and food. You're gonna do cake?
Yes, cake. Look, just so you know, Jillian is upset that you hired a caterer. She really wanted to cook everything for Mom as her gift.
Look, I love Jillian, but the best gift she could give Mom is not cooking. No offense. Did you get the slides yet?
I get them tomorrow.
Okay, so we all have to be hiding when Mom comes in.
You know, most of the guests are going to be Mom's age or older. You really want to ask them to crouch behind the sofa?
Yeah, you got a point. Okay. No hiding. Wait, who's gonna get the mint chip ice cream? Mom loves that.
Not with cake. With cake, she just likes vanilla.
You've been spending too much time here.
Yeah, at least I don't live here.
Would you get mint chip and vanilla?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's right. See, this judge thing is not good for you. You're too bossy to begin with.
I'm just trying to make sure we do everything right. This is Mom we're talking about.
That's right. That's why I don't think we should be doing it.
Mom, hi.
I thought you would
If I had to listen to one more story about Dolores's cruise, you'd think the woman had never seen a buffet before. What are you doing here? Peter?
Just leaving, actually. Night, Mom.
No, hold on. I have something I want you to do for me.
What is it?
It's a living will.
What?
A living will. It just says I don't want any of you to go to any extra trouble keeping me alive if I should get hurt or sick.
Extra trouble?
Life support, artificial resuscitation, that sort of thing. You have to read, then sign at the bottom so that I know that you've comprehended it.
Mom, are you feeling all right? Is anything...
Oh, never better, actually.
This is ridiculous.
Well, maybe ridiculous to you, but it's my life and my death, if I so choose. Read it thoroughly, no skimming. That will be your present to me. And that's the last I want to hear about my birthday.
Trust me.
Mommy, I can't!
Right. Okay, now don't stop. Pedal!
Mommy!
Lauren, you know how to ride a bike. You were just doing it. You gotta trust me on this one.
I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe bike riding isn't my kind of thing.
No, you wanted a two-wheeler for Christmas. You can't just change your mind.
Why?
Because it costs money.
You could sell it.
I'm sorry, sweetie. Bike riding is like swimming. It's not an optional thing. You gotta learn. Besides, it makes you feel good to learn new things.
No, it doesn't.
Lauren! I'm a terrible mother.
Yeah, but you look good.
I was trying to teach her how to ride a bike. I totally lost it. Turned into Mom.
Oh, you told her that it was her civic duty? People in China built an entire society by riding bikes?
Okay, I didn't go that far. This is Michael's job.
It's a father thing. It's a little sexist, don't you think?
No. Promised her he'd do it. He keeps forgetting. He lives in New York City. He's gonna teach her how to hail a cab.
Maybe I could teach her.
Hey, go with God. Mom leave you?
Yeah, but not before getting me to sign the living will.
You signed it?
Yeah, of course I signed it. That's what she wants. Speaking of which...
No, don't say it. This party is exactly what she needs. She needs to be celebrating her life, not thinking about ending it, and it's our job to teach her that.
You think a piece of cake and a slideshow is going to do that?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, come on. Peter signed it.
I'm not touching that thing. Come in. Hello, Donna.
Harper? No thanks. I have another.
It's okay.
Okay, so here's what I found out. You can get regular old latex, which are round and come in a variety of colors. Or you can get the fancy ones, which are silver and come in all different shapes. Silver ones are a bit more expensive. So, Judge Gray, what would you like?
Maybe I should just...
Balloons, Bruce. We're talking about balloons.
I know that. I just don't feel comfortable talking about that.
Let's go with the latex.
Really? You don't want the Mylar? They have cute little sayings on them.
How about a dozen of each?
Excellent. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see the look on your mother's face when she walks in.
Anything else, Donna?
No, nothing. Thanks. for letting me be a part of this, Judge Gray.
You're due back in court. Let's finish this at lunch.
Actually, I have a mediation at lunch.
Really? I don't see that on the docket. Which case is this?
My divorce.
Your Honor, the defendant is charged with auto theft, vehicular homicide, and leaving the scene of an accident.
This crime occurred when the defendant was 15. Mr. Thompson, you're a little late showing up.
Yes, Mr. Thompson aged out of the system 4 years ago and is now 20. We're requesting that he be tried as an adult and asking that he be held pending the hearing.
With all due respect, my client turned himself in as soon as he became aware of the charges. He's clearly not a flight risk and should be released on his own recognizance.
He turned himself in only after an accomplice gave him up as part of a plea bargain.
Why didn't you surrender yourself sooner, Mr. Thompson?
Your Honor, I was afraid. And I was just a kid. Not a day has gone by that I haven't thought about what I did. I was at a party. I guess I was a little drunk. There's this guy, Carl, who said he knew how to hotwire cars. So we found this Jeep, and I started driving. Faster than I should have. I thought I hit something, but I didn't know what. I wasn't even really sure I had. And Carl said that we should ditch the car, and we did. The next day, it was on the news. Some guy got killed in a hit and run. I know that I should have come forward and told someone, but I didn't know what would happen to me. And I was scared.
This is a good kid, Your Honor. He hadn't been in trouble before, and he certainly hasn't been since. He has a part-time job, he volunteers as a big brother, and he's on the dean's list at Harvard.
I'm not impressed, Mr. Ross. It's a college, not a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Your Honor, in light of Ken's rehabilitation, his obvious remorse, and his admirable admission here today, we're requesting that all charges be dismissed.
Well, this is a very serious crime, counsel. I can't simply dismiss the charges. I'm going to set another hearing for this tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Until then, Mr. Thompson is released.
Hello. Yes. You sent me a copy of your magazine, Retirement Living, and I never ordered it. No, I'm not interested. I don't care if it's free. I have no use for it. Because I'm calling from work, that's why.
Are we still on for lunch this week? Because I want to take you out for your birthday.
For lunch is fine. For my birthday is not. And the same goes for office parties.
Maxine, you know we always celebrate.
Not mine. This department is overworked enough not to take the extra time to eat another piece of bad cake. Maxine Gray. I see. Where are they? How many and what are their names? All right. I'll be there.
What is it?
Parents going after each other during a child exchange. The police are on their way.
How many kids?
3. People can't be civilized for 1 minute for the sake of their own children.
You need some help?
Yes. Stay here, and if you hear anything about a party for me tomorrow, squelch it.
So, why did you choose mediation?
We have a daughter. We don't want to end up hating each other.
Yeah, we both want this to be as easy as possible.
Good. Let's start with division of property. Now, have you gone over your assets, stocks, bonds, personal possessions?
Gonna split everything we got together 50-50.
Except for that pewter urinal that your Aunt Grace gave us.
You mean the vase?
Well, she says it's a vase, but you can't put flowers in it.
You know you can. There was just no reason to.
Well, I want you to have that forever.
Thanks.
What's happening with the marital home?
We have an apartment in New York, which Amy moved out of with Lauren, and I'm still living there.
Mm-hmm. And if he ever decided to move?
We'll have to figure that out.
Good. What about spousal support?
I don't want it.
Lauren lives with you full-time?
Yes. All I'm really asking for is an increase in child support.
And this has been agreed to as well?
Not exactly.
Well, I'm not making nearly as much as I was before, and without Michael's salary, it's hard. I just want Lauren to have whatever she needs.
Okay. Obviously, this is another issue we'll explore further. Now, I'm assuming the custody arrangement is staying the same?
Yes.
Actually, I've thought I've thought about it, and I'd like to have more time with her.
More time? You miss half of your scheduled days with Lauren as it is.
Well, what is your current arrangement?
He's supposed to take her every other weekend, but it usually ends up being closer to once a month.
Well, I was hoping we could work out a more structured visitation agreement. Maybe alternate weeks.
That's ridiculous. She has school.
Well, it doesn't have to be that. I haven't really thought it out.
No, you haven't. You can't just change around your daughter's living arrangements on a whim.
I agree. So let's make it legal.
Why are you doing this?
Because, Amy, I miss her. I miss being her father.
You're a moral coward. Your kids are ashamed of you.
Because you have poisoned them against me.
You always blame someone else. They see you sleeping with that piece of garbage.
Hey, calm down. You're a man-hating, screeching witch.
Take a look at yourself. You're a sniveling worm of a man.
Yeah, and you're a manipulative bitch.
I can't believe you would do this in front of them.
Like I started
You
it.
did. They are not idiots. They can see it for themselves.
Just shut the hell up.
Knock it off. I'm Maxine Gray. I'm DCF. If you're taking these parents, do it, please.
Don't take my mom. He started it.
See, now do you see what she has done to them?
I'm not leaving my baby.
Mrs. Lawler, take
Mom,
care of yourself.
I want to go with Dad.
No, you don't, Ted. No, you
Come on,
don't.
let's go. Pony neck.
My name is Maxine, and I'm a social worker. You must be Sally.
They won't let us go with our mom.
I know, sweetheart. I know you want to be with your mom right now, but I'm afraid you can't be for a little while.
Why not?
Well, your mom and dad are very angry at each other. But I'm going to take care of you until they work that out. How's that sound?
But he always starts it. No, he doesn't.
Listen. I know that this is not what you want to be doing, but we're going to make the best of it. I promise you. And I hope that you can be with your parents again very soon.
Are they getting arrested?
The police just need to talk to them, that's all. Is anybody here hungry? Now, I can fix that right away. What are you hungry for?
Popsicle.
Popsicle. All right. We can find a popsicle. You got some things?
All parties are waiting for you in court. Are you okay?
I had to call a divorce lawyer today.
I thought you were doing mediation.
Michael wants more visitation.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
I have a sister who went through this. It got ugly.
Well, I don't think Michael's going to do anything extreme, but when it comes to custody...
You can't take any chances.
Right. Your sister's case. How did it end up?
You should just concentrate on your own situation.
Your Honor, a few months ago, my client's ex-husband learned their daughter didn't want to be a doctor. Shortly after that, he stopped paying her tuition.
You're currently a sophomore at Amherst? Go ahead, Ellen. Answer her.
I was until a week ago. Now they won't let me back into class.
It's not only unfair, Your Honor, it's humiliating. Don't you even care about your own daughter anymore?
Mr. Keene, according to the original divorce decree, your client agreed to pay for his daughter's college education and medical school. Is that correct?
As Your Honor points out, the contract specifically says college and medical school. They're linked. And my client should not be required to pay for college if Miss Reeves has decided not to enter medical school. And furthermore, Mr. Reeves has no legal responsibility to support his daughter beyond the age of 18, other than the divorce decree, a contract he entered into voluntarily and based upon his understanding that she wanted to be a doctor.
She was 7 years old.
Your Honor, my client is an executive who travels all over the country to do his job. He relies very heavily on commissions.
Where are you going with this?
Well, I would like to...
I'm remarried, Your Honor, with 2 young sons. I'd like to cut back on my travel, which means significantly less income. Of course, I won't do that if Ellen wants to go to medical school, but if she's not going, I don't believe it's a sacrifice I should have to make.
All right. I'm going to need to see financial statements from both of you.
Your Honor, please, this is not a question of finances. It's a question of interpreting a divorce decree. And as such, my client should not be required to disclose his income.
Well, first of all, counsel, you brought up the issue of his earnings. But as you must know, ability to pay is always an issue in support matters. We'll meet again after I've had a chance to go over the statements.
No, you may not put me on hold. I need to speak to Linda Farrell now. I see. Never mind. Well, it seems your Aunt Linda is still on vacation.
I don't like her anyways. She smells bad.
Well, then it's a good thing that she's out of town. Is there anybody else that you ever stay with?
Grammy.
Grammy?
Grammy lives in Virginia, stupid.
Well, that's not stupid. It's just, it's a little too far.
We could stay with you.
And I would be happy to have you. All three of you. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed.
Because you're too old?
No.
I'm never getting old. Or married. Me neither. Me neither.
Nice move.
My client is in no way challenging Miss Gray's status as the primary caretaker here.
In my experience, Roland, when a lawyer uses the term my client, it means he's going for the jugular.
My client wants to spend more
Roland, for God's sakes, use his name. Michael. They were married.
My client wants to spend more time with his daughter.
Well, he isn't using the time he has now.
Well, that'll change. I'm working half days, and the rest of the time I check in from home.
We'd like to reconsider summer break, holidays, and weekends.
Weekends? What weekends?
You get her all week.
All weekends?
3 out of 4.
In the summer.
I want to be reasonable about this, so why don't you use the time you have now, and if you want more, then we'll work it out.
You know, to be honest with you, I'm not comfortable with you dictating the terms. I get to have a say. I didn't even want this divorce.
Oh, really? Well, you moved in with somebody a month after I left, so you adjusted pretty quickly.
Can we all calm down here?
And as I recall, one of your original complaints was that I paid too much attention to Lauren. Does that sound like a devoted father?
Things are different now.
My client wants joint custody.
Joint physical custody? Michael, that is not at all what we discussed.
My client wants more input on the minor's major life decisions. Education, healthcare, religious upbringing.
You're an atheist. You don't have a religion. That's what atheist means, without a religion.
It's not just a religion, it's everything. I'm letting her live with
Letting
me.
her?
I just want to be more involved in her life.
We can talk about visitation. Otherwise, this meeting is over.
In that case, we'll be moving for joint custody.
In that case, my client and I will see you in court where I will be going for your jugular.
I'll fight you, Michael.
Look, I was hoping it wouldn't be like this.
Oh, my God. No, that went really well, honey. We flushed them out in the open. Instead of them hiding behind that mealy-mouthed bull. We're okay. We're good.
That's it. Don't look down. Just look straight. Look at that. What do you think of that?
How'd you do that?
I don't know. We just kept trying.
Oh, why didn't I think of that?
Amy, she was gonna learn eventually. It just happened to be with me.
Well, you must have had some trick.
No, I didn't.
You just let go and she kept on riding?
Yep. Like, the point is, she can ride.
Look, Mommy, I can ride.
I see. That's great.
Uncle Vincent explained it better than you did.
No, I didn't. I really didn't. Oh.
No, it's all right. It's okay. I can't do everything. It's all right.
We're not here to figure out who was at fault yesterday.
He knows it makes me crazy when he brings that slut with him around my children.
Mrs. Lawler, you're out of order.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm up against all the time, Your Honor.
Now you're out of order. Either of you says anything else, it's going to cost you.
This is crazy. I can't believe this.
Muttering counts, Mrs. Lawler. That's going to cost you $100. That's $200 for you, Mr. Lawler. I'm looking for 3. Have I made my point? Ms. Gray, I understand you have a solution you'd like to present before the court?
My best solution isn't repeatable in open court, Your Honor.
Maxine, please. I'm on my last good nerve here.
Yes, Your Honor. It's become perfectly clear that these two parents
Objection.
Oh, I find it very self-aware that they object to being called parents, Your Honor.
Maxine?
It's the way she said it, Your Honor.
Dripping with disdain.
I apologize for trotting out my dripping disdain, Your Honor. I was saying that the Lawlers are incapable of exchanging their children without becoming violent toward each other. Personally, I couldn't care less if they knock each other silly.
Objection!
Overruled.
There are children involved, and we can't have them exposed to this every time their parents are in the same room.
The point, Ms. Gray?
DCF is recommending that all future child exchanges be made at the Child Transfer Center under supervision.
Objection.
One at St. Paul's Episcopal Church on Farmers
Objection.
Avenue.
That's 45 minutes away from my house.
It's even farther from mine.
Far too onerous, Your Honor.
This puts a hardship on both parties.
If I may, Your Honor. The real victims of this kind of abusive behavior are the children.
Objection.
And if these two parents can't set aside their personal differences for the benefit of their children, well, then I don't see why they should be allowed to hang on to their children at all.
Objection.
This is outrageous.
Oh, sit down. I am ordering these supervised transfers for 6 months, or until such time as you can demonstrate to the satisfaction of Ms. Maxine Gray that you can conduct these exchanges in a civilized manner.
Your Honor, usually a caseworker would be assigned to this type of follow-up.
But you have amply demonstrated how well you understand this case. You all have a good day.
If you spend enough time in these hallways, you're bound to pick up a few things. And a bag of chips and a candy bar is not lunch.
Well, if it bothers you so much, don't watch.
How'd it go this morning?
He stuffed his face with bagels while he told me he would let Lauren live with me if I give up weekends, summers, and holidays. He wants joint custody.
That bastard. This is not about Lauren. This is about Michael trying to control you.
Well, he claims he wants to be a better father.
Of course, he talks a good game.
How'd you like Michael?
Amy, he's trying to take your daughter away from you. Now, this is not the time to go soft.
Well, Mom...
Try and keep in mind that Michael has a talent for talking you out of your instincts.
He does?
And he insists on having his own way. Remember, he went on that 3-week camping trip when she was just an infant.
Well, that was prearranged.
Why are you defending him?
Maybe I think he's good at heart. And I believe I can reach that part of him again.
Amy, it's very hard to support you when you keep switching sides.
Ken has been Miguel's big brother for 3 years, since he was 9. After Miguel's father died, he got into a lot of trouble. Smoking, alcohol, skipping school, stealing. Ken stopped all that.
How is Miguel doing now?
He goes to school, his grades are better. He doesn't get into trouble anymore because he has a role model. Like Ken. Thank you, Mrs. Lopez. Please don't take Ken away, Your Honor. Miguel needs him. Mr. Reimers, I don't seem to have anyone listed here to speak on the victim's behalf.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Why is that?
Because there is no one. His name was Danny Taylor. He was 32 years old. His address at the time of his death was the Lighthouse Shelter. His blood alcohol level at the time of his death was .40. That is 5 times the legal maximum.
Mr. Reimers, which side of this case are you arguing?
Judge Gray, this is the United States of America.
Your Honor, does Mr. Reimers intend to call George Washington as a witness?
Lives are not quantifiable in the United States of America. We are all created equal. A fine, upstanding young man who attends Harvard and devotes his time to helping fatherless children is worth no more in the eyes of the law than a homeless man in the gutter. I shouldn't have to call any witnesses to bolster the worth of Danny Taylor's life. He was a man. He lived, and then he died. Because this man got drunk and stole a car and ran him over and then left him to die as though he were worth nothing.
Dinner, Michael, without lawyers. Yeah, I was thinking Connolly's. Certainly. I can wait while you check your calendar. Did you look at any of the financial statements in the Reeves case?
No,
The last 2 years are identical. 8. Could we make it 9? Because then I could put Lauren to bed. You would still be able to take the 1107 back into the city.
You mean comparable?
I mean indistinguishable. Okay. Let's make it 8 then. Because you have to control everything, Mr. Anal Retentive.
Wow, you can really multitask, can't you?
I'm a mom. Let's dispense some justice. Mr. Reeves, did you win the lottery last year?
No, Your Honor.
Well, your financial statement for this year is identical in every regard to your statement for the preceding year.
Your Honor, are you suggesting that my client is hiding something?
Yes. Mr. Reeves sold all his stock holdings last year, as well as the car and several personal items. He took out a second mortgage on the house. I'm suggesting that your client is hiding the fact that he's financially unstable. I think he's hiding the fact that he's unemployed.
Daddy?
It's true, Your Honor. I was laid off and didn't work for nearly a year. I'm back on track, but I depleted my savings. I didn't want Ellie to know that. I couldn't stand the thought of letting Ellie down.
Judge, can't we just forget this whole thing?
No, I'm afraid we can't. According to the records, Mr. Reeves still manages to send his 2 sons to Milton Academy, a private school whose tuition exceeds $10,000 a year per child.
Your Honor, Mr. Reeves is an alumnus of the school. It's a time-honored tradition.
Well, that may be. But Mr. Reeves is looking to relieve himself of certain financial obligations. He considers his daughter's college tuition to be an extravagance, while he considers his son's educations to be a necessity. That's not fair.
Please, don't make me choose between my children, Judge.
You're already doing that, Mr. Reeves, and I can't allow it. I understand you have a new family to support. We live in a world of multiple choices. But along with that come multiple responsibilities. This is a lifetime commitment. Your obligation to your daughter does not change with your circumstances. You have to be as good as your word. I will not modify this divorce decree. When you said you wanted to see more of Lauren, what I heard was that you wanted to take her away. And I freaked out. And I'm sorry for that.
Okay, good. Because I don't want to take her away, I mean.
You want to be more involved in her life. And that's a good thing.
That's all I'm saying.
So if we can both agree to put Lauren first, then we can get through this. I just don't think it's good for her to be shuttled back and forth so much, that's all.
A couple more weekends.
And the holidays worry me because she's just started to adjust. So what if I took Easter and Christmas, you took 4th of July and Thanksgiving, and the rest we talk?
Christmas.
Oh, you hate Christmas, Michael.
Still, it's like I pay out all this money and I don't get to see the look on Lauren's face.
So it's about money?
Not at all. Except that, I'm not going to be making what I'm making now forever. As you know, the turnover for currency traders is very high.
Well, I've never asked for alimony. I'm not about to start now.
No, there's the issue of child support. It's like Christmas. I pay out all this money, and I don't get the pleasure of seeing how it benefits Lauren.
Well, child support is not about paying to make you feel better, Michael.
Don't start moralizing, Amy. It's a legal issue.
It's our daughter, and I'm not going to barter with you.
Well, you will if a judge orders you to.
Well, any judge worth her salt would reprimand you for attaching money to custody. Why are you doing this?
Hey, you're the one who moved to Connecticut and cut her income. And now you want me to pay for it.
So you're mad at me and you're taking it out on Lauren. Well, that is despicable.
Not the issue.
You know what? I really think it is.
Listen, wait a minute. What are you doing?
I don't want to see your face anymore.
Amy!
The slides are in order. Don't worry.
Great. Mom is going to love this.
Amy, Mom has always hated her birthday. Why should this year be any different?
It's her 60th. It's a milestone. Why? You still think we should cancel?
Yep. Absolutely, without a doubt, I do think that.
No.
Well, so long as my opinion means something to you.
Since when do you wear a tie?
I got a meeting with my editor. And, Michael called. He wants to meet for a drink.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I've known the guy since I was a kid. Amy, we have our own relationship.
Yeah. And now I'm in a huge custody battle with him.
You kidding me? I thought you worked that out.
No. And he's using you to get to me.
Come on, he's not that kind of guy.
You want to bet?
Look, Amy, this has nothing to do with you. Michael and I didn't have much of a chance to catch up over Thanksgiving. But there were times when I was closer to Michael than I was to Peter. He was interested in literature. He turned me on to Russell Banks.
He's showing off. That's what he does. You met him right after Dad died. You were looking for a hero.
Look, I'm not taking sides here. You're my sister.
Exactly. And if family doesn't stick by you, who will?
You want me to cancel? I'll cancel.
No, you do what you think is right.
So I'm guessing you have plans for your birthday tonight.
Yes, avoiding everyone.
Does that include me?
Well, that depends. Are you planning to sing?
Well, I just want to take you out for a drink, and if you don't like it, I promise I will not make you stay for dinner.
What kind of drinks?
Flamin' Bahama Mamas.
Okay. But I'm serious, Tanya. If you bring a present, I'm not even staying for the drink.
5 years ago, Ken Thompson did something he now regrets. We've heard a lot of testimony about what kind of a person Ken is. His academic accomplishments, his dedication as a big brother. And ever present in our minds is the fact that the victim was a man who did not contribute much to our society. A marginal citizen. During the 5 years since the accident, Mr. Thompson has turned from a reckless youth into a fine, upstanding young man. Perhaps too much of a fine, upstanding young man.
Your Honor.
In the past 5 years, Mr. Thompson has thrived. He hasn't looked back. He hasn't been in therapy. He has no addictions. He maintains relationships. In other words, he's come through this whole ordeal unscathed. This has been a very hard decision for me. It's a very seductive argument to let Mr. Thompson off the hook because his life is going in such a great direction. But I can't look forward. I have to look back to the last 5 years, during which, every day, Mr. Thompson decided that his future was more important than another man's life. I am remanding you to the custody of the criminal court to be tried and, if convicted, sentenced as an adult.
Stand up, sir. Hands behind your back.
You really ought to move to the city, Vincent. It's much more your scene. You gotta get out of Hartford.
You haven't been there since they built the Rock and Roll.
Seriously, if you're ready, I can help you find an apartment.
You don't have to talk me into liking me, Michael. You got me today to let me drive your Porsche.
Well, that was to impress your sister. I guess those days are over.
Yeah, but things change. You guys are gonna get past this point.
I hope so. I've always felt two rational people could work things out without it getting ugly, but I don't know, I guess that's what divorce is. Ugly.
Yep. How's work? Whatever happened to that, the crazy assistant with the purple hair?
It's green now. I promoted her. She's one of our best traders.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. So how serious do you think Amy is about all this?
She doesn't talk to me about it. To be perfectly honest, I try to keep out of it.
All I wanted to do was to spend more time with Lauren. Now she's threatening to take me to the cleaners. I don't think it's that unreasonable to want to be a part of your daughter's life. You know, and no matter what Amy thinks of me as a person, I'm still Lauren's father.
Michael, I can't be in the middle of this. I don't want to be.
I know. It's not your battle, but the whole thing has me confused.
Look, I've never been married. I haven't even been in a relationship for more than 6 months. I'm the wrong guy to ask about this.
You know what really gets me is the insinuation that she's the better parent. I have always been there for Lauren. She knows that.
Michael, come on.
What?
There are weekends you don't even show up.
Oh, are you going to start with me now?
And I'm the one who wants to teach her how to ride a bike.
Ah, congratulations. You know, you do the martyr thing as well as your sister.
This conversation is over. This is such a mistake.
Vincent, I'm sorry. I'm not the bad guy here. I'm just trying to be a good father.
Yeah, maybe you're not trying hard enough.
Well, Amy's not making it any easier. Why is she so angry? What is it? The new job? Living with your mother? What, is she sexually frustrated?
told you I was the wrong guy to ask.
She could have called at least.
Amy, she was completely clear with you. She didn't want a party.
She ditched poor Tanya.
Tanya seemed happy to me.
Tanya was smashed on Bahama Mamas.
Am I the only one who's shocked by her behavior?
Yes.
Hello.
Well, looks like you won this one, Mom.
I told you I didn't want a party.
Max and Ruth Nielsen drove 3 hours to get here.
Well, you must feel pretty bad putting them through that after I told you I didn't want a party.
It's all right, Amy. It was a good party.
Cut it out. Stop smearing happy jelly on everything.
Amy, I'm sorry I ruined your plans for my birthday, but if it makes you feel any better, I did exactly as I wanted.
You know, I put a lot of time into this damn party. I hired a caterer, and I had a slideshow, and I see you skulking out, Peter.
Night, Mom.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Maxine.
birthday.
Thank you.
Why doesn't anyone in this family back me up on this?
It was my birthday.
Mom, that's where you got it wrong. Because some things, like a 60th birthday, are bigger than the person. We love you. We wanted to celebrate it with you. We had a right to do that.
I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Good night.
Not a word from you, traitor.
Hey, I already defended you once today.
What are you talking about?
I punched your ex-husband.
You what?
I think I split his lip.
Vincent.
I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. I mean, this is not going to be good for the custody thing. It's just he was so smug and he was mouthing off. You're not upset?
Shut up. Let me adore you.
I'm faking it. You can kiss me.
You're supposed to be asleep.
Is the party over?
Yeah. The bike lives in the garage, okay?
Okay. I can't wait to show Daddy that I can ride a bike. What do you think he'll say?
I think he'll say, "That's my girl."
Amy?
What?
Amy.
What, Ma? What's wrong?
You didn't read my living will.
You woke me up at 2 in the morning to tell me that.
I could have a stroke tonight.
Well, appealing as that notion is right now, I'm going back to sleep.
Amy, this is important.
Why? Why, for God's sake? You're not gonna die?
We're all going to die. That's not the point.
Then what is? I'm a judge. I know what a living will is. I don't have to read it.
Yes, you do.
Why?
Because of tonight. Because you don't listen to me, Amy. Because if something happens to me, I want the doctors to do what I want them to do, and not what you think is best for me out of some misguided sense of love or loyalty or fear of loss.
Okay, I've read it.
Initial it.
Oh, Ma.
Please. Thank you. That's just what I wanted for my birthday.
Hey, Mom. Now can I have what I wanted for your birthday?
Are guests involved?
No guests.
My father took that one. Life is a big circle. If I lose a few more teeth and start drooling, I'm gonna be right back there.
Wearing a few more clothes, I hope. Nice hairdo, Mom.
Oh, Daddy.
Young. Too young. Hey, baby.
Honey.
Happy birthday, Ma. Happy birthday to
What else you got?
Sandy, lap 12. Leslie, lap 10. Kimberly, lap 12. Shane, lap 13. McKenna, lap 12. I'm sorry, do I have the pencil? No, I'm sorry. Sandy, lap 14. I'm sorry, do you have a pencil? No, I'm fine. Kimberly, 13. Leslie, 11. 12.
Creative use of materials. You could use someone like you in the carnival.
Like me? No. Definitely not. Trust me. You don't want somebody like me. Thank you.
Tom Gillette.
Amy Gray.
You a jogathon groupie, or does one of these belong to you?
That one's mine. She's Lauren.
She's pretty. No wonder my Zach is sticking so close. Little guy with freckles. So why wouldn't I want you on the carnival committee?
Because I'm terrible at things like this.
It's because they're having all the fun. Doesn't have to be like that.
Yeah, sure it does.
Come on, let's get in the race.
I have to count. Besides, you don't want to race me.
Why not?
Because I'm good. That boy Zach Gillette, he's in your class?
Yeah,
What do you know about him?
he just moved here from New York.
What do you know about his dad?
He just moved here from New York, too.
How can Mom be out of Frosted Flakes and Pop-Tarts?
Frosted Flakes are on the list. No one eats Pop-Tarts but you, Vincent, so I stopped buying them. Did you run out of food at your place, or did you just come here to spread sunshine?
Donna likes to talk in the morning. I don't. And her snake stares at me.
Snakes do not stare. They just can't blink. They don't have any eyelids.
It's interesting, if unhelpful information.
Well, maybe your sister can stop by the store this afternoon and pick up some groceries.
No, not today. I got a committee meeting after school.
Another one? I thought you did the jogathon.
We did.
Yeah, well, I just thought it'd be fun to be on the carnival committee.
I'll do the grocery shopping, Mom. Just give me the list.
No, that's not a good idea.
Why not?
It just isn't, that's all.
I have actually been to the grocery store since I was shot. The exact same grocery store, in fact.
I like doing the marketing. It's fine.
No, just give me the list.
No, really.
Just give me the damn list. Thank you.
Sorry, I must have lost track of time.
That's okay. I guess I'll come back.
Thank you. It'll only be a minute.
No, we're through.
We are?
Yeah, I'll call you later. Your docket is full. I should get going.
It's not all that complicated. I know why I'm depressed. They're rushing the publication of my book.
Is that bad?
It's going straight to paperback.
But they're publishing it.
I just expected this whole thing to feel different.
You expected it to make you different.
No.
In our first session, we talked about your insomnia. Is that any better?
Nope.
What about your temper?
I'm just irritable all the time.
Vincent, do you know anything about post-traumatic stress disorder?
No, I don't.
Well, sometimes following a violent event, like being shot, people tend to exhibit certain behaviors.
I don't have a disorder. I'm just having trouble moving on.
It's only been a couple of months.
Look, I got in the way of a bullet. That's it. It's not like I nearly died. Anyway, Lisa's the one that should be affected.
Lisa?
The woman that I helped.
You mean you saved?
Don't try to turn me into a hero.
Why, because heroes wouldn't be published in paperback?
That's good. That's very funny.
Have you talked to Lisa since the shooting?
No. Why would I?
Just a question.
Nothing's ever just a question.
Your Honor, the state has charged juvenile defendant Dylan Shepard with the offense of manslaughter.
We ask that the complaint against Dylan Shepard be dismissed, Your Honor. The complaint should never have been issued.
He shook his 5-month-old sister to death. We have his admission. And his mother's statement to investigators supports the complaint.
He admitted shaking her, not to killing her. It was an accident, Your Honor.
The autopsy report says that Molly Shepard died from massive intracranial bleeding and subdural and retinal hemorrhaging attributed to violent shaking.
The death of Molly Shepard is a tragedy. It's a terrible tragedy. An accident for which Molly's parents have suffered, an accident for which young Dylan has suffered. With all due respect, Your Honor, bringing this case to trial benefits no one. The evidence is not sufficient and the claim should be dismissed.
Okay, Mrs. Shepard, I realize how painful this must be for you, but would you tell me exactly what happened?
I was home with Dylan and Molly, alone. My husband was at work. Molly was in her crib. I asked Dylan, who was watching Rugrats, his favorite TV show, if he could watch his sister while I put the laundry in the dryer. As we live in an apartment, the laundry room is downstairs.
So you left Dylan alone with Molly?
Well, I wasn't gone more than 3 or 4 minutes. But when I came back and checked on the baby, she wasn't breathing. I called 911. I tried CPR, but it was too late.
I'm sorry. What did Dylan say happened?
He said Molly was crying and he couldn't hear Rugrats. Dylan told me he gave Molly a little shake and that she stopped crying. He didn't know that she was dead. I know that. When I explained to him that his baby sister wasn't going to wake up, he got scared. And he thought something terrible was going to happen to him. And I told him that nothing terrible would happen, not as long as he told the truth. It was an accident. I know that he would never do anything to hurt her. You have to believe me, Your Honor. He would never, ever hurt her.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Shepard. I must conclude that there is probable cause for the issuance of this complaint. So, this matter stands for trial. Next case.
Vincent?
Lisa, hey. You remember me?
Of course. What are you doing here?
Well, I can ask you the same thing.
Except that I work here.
Right. What do you do here?
Oh, I'm a systems analyst. I interface with every department that shares the mainframe, and since we're also a major routing hub, basically I analyze systems.
I'd like to know more.
No, you wouldn't. How did you find me?
The day of the accident, I peeked at the police report. Is that creepy?
Sort of.
You been okay?
Yeah. No.
No, me neither.
Good. I mean, you know.
No, yeah, I know. Do you want to get together and talk about how not okay we are?
Yes, I'd like that.
Great.
Jody, this is Miss Gray from the DCF. She'd like to talk to you.
Hi, Jody. You probably don't remember me. It's been almost a year.
You took me away from home, said I couldn't live there anymore.
Well, it was more complicated than that, but fair enough. I retired after that. Well, more of a break, really. I thought maybe we could catch up, if that's all right. I understand you visited your mother and stepfather this weekend. I want to talk to you about that. Did your mother tell you that she'd filed something called a motion for custody with the court?
Well, she said that soon I won't have to stay with the Tanners anymore. I might get to move back home.
Well, the court will make that decision, but yes, that's what your mother's asking for. Now, Jody, do you remember why you were placed here with the Tanners?
Because Mark hit me.
Your stepfather. Did Mark ever do anything else to you? Anything you might remember since the last time we talked? He never did anything that made you feel scared or uncomfortable? Never did anything that you didn't understand? Jody, you understand that if the court says it's okay for you to go back home, Mark is going to be there too. And that's okay with you.
I'm older now. I know how to take care of myself.
Hey,
Hi.
I heard you joined the carnival committee.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have a choice. They were gonna cancel the cakewalk if I didn't.
Nice save.
Thanks. What about you?
Pie toss.
It's a good gig.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll see you.
Okay. Good gig.
You know, I was thinking, you're doing cakes, I'm doing pies. Maybe we should get together and try out some desserts this weekend. Unless you're married or seeing someone, then it'd probably be a bad idea.
No, it would not be a bad idea. I would like that.
You would?
Yeah.
Well, great. I'll call you then.
If time melts like icicles, I guess that makes love so. But it's a funny feeling comes whispering. It's a funny feeling coming back again.
Maxine, I'm Jody's attorney. She wants to go home. She's been very clear on that. I've spoken to the mother, the stepfather. Everybody's ready. This has always been the plan.
It's a bad plan. We can't allow Jody to return home while the stepfather is still in the picture.
Maxine, Mark Pruitt admits that he drank too much, that he beat Jody. Son of a bitch, no argument. But Jody never once said that he sexually molested her.
I was the original worker on the case before I retired.
How's that going, by the way?
I interviewed Jody's teacher. On 2 occasions, she found Jody in the school bathroom undressing younger students. This was shortly after the stepfather moved into the house. The foster parents told me Jody masturbated regularly for the first few weeks she was with them.
Maxine, I know. I've read all the files.
Hank, she was 9 at the time.
Her psychologist said the behavior has stopped.
What about the cause of the behavior? Will he stop?
Maxine, nothing's changed. You have to introduce new evidence.
Don't you think I'd like to? Do you know how frustrating it is to know something? To know it and not be able to convince anyone else? I've seen a staggering number of sexual abuse cases in 28 years. You know how many of the victims volunteer that information. Because they've been threatened, or they feel guilty, or they're too young to give it a name. How can you report sexual abuse when you don't know what sex is? It's my job to recognize the symptoms. That's what I do.
And you're never wrong.
Not this time.
Maxine, we're all overloaded with cases. We have to focus our time and energy on the ones that we at least have a prayer of winning. Jody wants to go home. That's the bottom line.
When a young child is violently shaken and the unsupported head is whiplashed back and forth, the brain literally ricochets around inside the skull. That's why we try to warn people. 3 shakes is all it takes.
Dr. Sackman, based on your evaluation of the evidence, were the injuries inflicted on Molly Shepard consistent with shaken baby syndrome?
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled. Yes, they were.
In your medical opinion, then, Doctor, could an 8-year-old cause this kind of injury?
It would take effort, but yes.
Could you be a little bit more specific, Doctor?
To equal the amount of damage from shaking a baby, the infant would have to fall from a height of 2 stories up. That's the force a baby feels when shaken by an adult. However, an adult outweighs a baby by as much as 20 times. So a child, depending on size and strength, would have to shake much harder, much longer.
Is it reasonable to assume, then, Doctor, that a shake of this kind would have to be deliberate and not accidental?
Objection.
Sustained. Doctor, what percentage of SBS cases do children or siblings account for?
Less than 1%.
In your medical opinion, would someone with Dylan's history and ADD have the strength to shake a body to death?
Objection.
Overruled.
Yes.
Thank you.
This is nice.
Yeah, I figured you could use a home-cooked meal. Probably eat out all the time.
Not really. I'm uncomfortable in restaurants.
Me too.
Oh, all public places, really.
I can't take loud movies these days. Noise in general just makes me crazy.
Oh, anything violent's out of the question.
Are you afraid of tuna?
No, I'm good with mushy food.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, the guy kind of choked me. He did some damage to my trachea, so it's hard to swallow.
You having trouble sleeping?
And when I do fall asleep, I have these terrible nightmares.
I keep feeling like I should be getting past it. Everybody else has moved on.
I haven't. I dream about you, too. I mean about you saving me.
Well, I was just in the wrong place at the right time. I think if I'd seen that he had a gun, I probably would have run.
But you didn't. You saved my life, Vincent. And I'll never forget that. How could I?
Sorry Mark isn't here. He just ran out to pick up some paint. We want the room ready for Jody when she gets home.
Yellow's her favorite color. Mrs. Pruitt, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I would like you to consider withdrawing your motion for custody. I think it would be a serious mistake for Jody to live with you and your husband.
Jody's my daughter. belongs with us, with the new baby. Not some foster family.
Your daughter belongs where she's safe. She belongs where your husband can no longer molest her.
We've been over this.
Yes, we have. And Jody needs your help. I need your help. Please, you must be aware that things happened. Perhaps Jody said something.
How dare you? How dare you suggest I'd allow something like that to happen to my own child? That my husband...
Denise, it's okay. Miss Gray, right?
Yes?
If I did what you're suggesting, why does Jody want to come home? Why does she want to live here? You may not believe this, but I appreciate what you're trying to do. That you care. I let her down. We both did. Mostly me. I was stupid and cruel. I drank too much, and Jody suffered for it.
Yes, she did.
You were right to take her away. But I'm not that person anymore. I'm in AA. I haven't had a drink in 14 months. We're both in counseling.
We've done everything the court asked. Now we just want Jody back.
My wife has forgiven me. So has Jody. Isn't that enough?
Neglect petition. Mother is prepared to surrender rights.
All right. Well, let's go.
Judge Gray?
Donna?
Are you seeing someone?
Excuse me?
You're glowing.
No, I'm not.
Oh, yeah. You are.
Donna, I'm not glowing.
Sorry.
All rise for the Honorable Amy Madison Gray. Be seated.
All right. Let's begin. Counsel? Who's counsel?
Your Honor, I'd like to apologize to you.
You. You didn't tell me you were a lawyer.
You didn't tell me you were a judge. Well, I was saving it for our date. Well, I wanted to impress you. Would have worked. About that, are we still on for this weekend?
No. How can we? It's a conflict.
You can always recuse yourself. Just this once. Might find out you hate me.
Yeah, that's true. And there wouldn't be a conflict. No, I'm not gonna hate you.
Damn.
Tom, you're a child advocate attorney. You're going to be in my courtroom a lot, and I can't always recuse myself.
Then don't. Disclose to both parties on the record that we have a social relationship. Assure them that it won't prejudice your ruling.
Yeah, would you believe that if you were the opposing counsel?
No. So, what do we do?
How could you be a doctor?
Miss Gray, have you read the entire case status report that was prepared for this court?
Yes, I have.
And what are your opinions concerning reunification? Is it in Jody's best interest?
No, it's my opinion that Jody's stepfather, Mark Pruitt, has sexually molested her.
Objection.
And will do so again if we fail in our duty to protect her.
Your Honor, there's already been an abuse trial where these issues were raised. Nothing came of them.
Miss Gray, it should come as no surprise to you that you're not the only one who has read the case status report.
No, Your Honor.
Yes, well, it clearly states that the young girl has repeatedly denied that she was ever sexually molested by Mr. Pruitt.
When I first met Jody, she also denied that Mr. Pruitt was beating her repeatedly with a belt. She was not telling the truth. I recognized this because I could see the welts and bruises, the physical scars. It was not until Mr. Pruitt admitted what he had done that Jody felt secure enough not to lie. Sexual abuse also leaves scars. They may not be physical, they may be more difficult to see. But they're there if you know where to look, and Jody Larson has them.
So you're referring to the incidents of disruptive behavior, masturbation, the fondling of younger schoolmates.
That is correct. 38% of all of the women in this country are sexually molested in childhood. That's more than 1 in 3. Most of them go for years without telling anyone because they are afraid or ashamed or have blocked the memory completely. I don't believe that children should be made to suffer because they're afraid to tell the truth.
Well, this court appreciates your concern for children, Miss Gray.
I asked Jody if she was afraid that her stepfather would hurt her again. She said, "I'm older now. I know how to take care of myself." This is a 10-year-old girl. 10-year-old children cannot take care of themselves. They need their parents. But if their parents betray them, they need us. Your Honor.
So you're gonna recuse yourself?
Yep.
I see.
What?
Nothing.
Bruce, if you have a question, you can just come out and ask it.
I don't want to ask a question.
Yeah, right. You have absolutely no interest in the nature of my relationship with Mr. Gillette.
That's right.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's none of my business.
Oh, you're afraid that if you ask me about my business, then I'll ask you about yours.
No, because that's not the nature of our relationship.
You know what, Bruce? Some people who work together actually talk about things besides work.
Well, we don't.
Well, you don't. I do. You never tell me anything.
Her name is Mia.
Mia?
That's what you want to know, isn't it? The one I was talking to in here? Mia's my daughter's mother.
Mia's a pretty name.
Well, we were young when we met, had a baby. Mia wasn't ready for the responsibility. She said she had things she wanted to do first. Wanted a career. Went to France, became a model. Now she's back. Says she wants to try become a family.
How do you feel about that?
Carried the torch for a long time. Didn't expect this day to come, though. So, how do you feel about Mr. Gillette?
Well, he's a lawyer. I'm a judge. It's probably best I don't feel anything.
Doesn't really help to talk, does it?
It's Lisa again. I know you're busy. I just wanted to say that I'll return the favor and make you lunch next time. Call me. In case you've lost my number, it's 555-0176. Talk to you soon, I hope. And Vincent, well, never mind. Call me.
My mom was making dinner and doing the laundry. I was watching Rugrats, my favorite TV show. My mom asked me to watch my sister Molly while she put the laundry in the dryer. Molly was crying. I was trying to watch TV. I asked her to be quiet. She wouldn't be quiet. So I shook her.
Where was your sister, Dylan, when you shook her?
In her crib.
And how did you shake her? Can you show me?
Dylan, how did you reach into the crib?
Excuse me?
Did you reach in from the side like this? Or did you reach down into the crib from above?
My mom asked me to watch my sister Molly while she put the laundry in the dryer. Molly was crying. I was trying to watch TV. I asked her to be quiet. She wouldn't be quiet. So I shook her in the crib.
Right, you said that. But you're just a boy and you're not that tall, so I'm just trying to get a picture. Did you reach in from the side or did you stand up on something and reach down from above?
I forgot.
You forgot?
Your Honor, we'd like to request a recess.
Yeah, this Court's in recess until tomorrow morning. Counsel, I'd like to see you in my chambers. You're gonna try and tell me that boy hasn't been coached.
That's his story, Your Honor. It is totally consistent with the statement he made to the police.
Consistent? Yeah, I've read this. It's verbatim. It's almost nearly identical to the mother's account.
Which speaks to its veracity.
Or to the level of rehearsal. I think he's covering for one of his parents.
Dylan admitted to the crime, Your Honor.
I'm well aware of that. I'll have my verdict tomorrow.
So what are you gonna do? Even if one of the parents did do it, it's not like they're gonna confess.
I'm not sure I should pursue this thing with Lisa.
Sounds like you two have a lot in common.
Yeah, if you count insomnia, depression, irritability, flashbacks, outbursts of anger. But beyond that, I don't know.
So it's not you looking for an excuse to bail on a relationship and run from commitment?
Why would you say that?
We've talked about that issue before.
It's nothing to do with the fact that I got shot.
Exactly. Just because you have a new issue doesn't mean the old ones have gone away.
Oh, so this isn't post-traumatic stress. This is just plain old fear of giving myself what I want.
Could be a little of both.
It just seems like a really bad time to get involved.
When would be a good time?
All rise. Be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has never been the purpose of this trial to determine whether Jody Larson has been a victim of sexual abuse. It is the duty of this court, rather, to rule on whether or not Mr. and Mrs. Pruitt have completed the specific steps necessary to earn the custody of their child. Now, that being said, accusations of sexual abuse are not something that I or this court take lightly. And for that reason, I have carefully reviewed the testimony presented by Jody's psychologists, teachers, foster parents, and transcripts of interviews with Jody supplied by her attorney, Mr. Leary. I found nothing I believe to be of substance to support the views and opinions expressed earlier by Ms. Gray. It is therefore my finding that Mark and Denise Pruitt have satisfactorily completed all specific steps assigned by this court. I hereby grant revocation, Mrs. Pruitt. Ms. Gray, please make arrangements to have the child returned to her mother no later than the end of today. Thank you. That's all.
Mom says they took pictures of the baby at the hospital. They think it's a girl.
A sister? Well, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I get to help with everything, and Mom's gonna show me how to change diapers.
That's a smart mom.
I'm going to feed her and sing songs to her and protect her when she sleeps.
She's lucky to have someone like you. What are you going to protect her from?
I don't know, everything.
Your mother will have to take you back to the Tanners to pick up your computer.
I got that.
And your games. Is there going to be a problem with that?
No, I don't think so.
Here, I have something for you.
What is it?
That's my business card. There's my name and the address of the building where I work, my telephone number, just so you know where I am in case you need anything. Jody!
I must admit, I am troubled by some evidence in this case. I have heard the confession of a child to a crime that I have trouble believing a child could physically commit. Yet, in the absence of any other evidence or explanation, I have no other choice but to take him at his word. Now, given the violent nature of this offense, particularly the degree of force required for an 8-year-old to commit such an act, I cannot adopt defense counsel's argument that Dylan be found guilty of a lesser charge. Therefore, Dylan Shepard will be committed to DCF with his initial placement at Long Lane until such time that he reaches adulthood.
Your Honor.
Mom?
Wait! You can't take Dylan away.
Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Shepard.
No, I came here because I thought you would throw the case out.
Excuse me?
Mrs. Shepard.
An 8-year-old boy I thought a juvenile judge would be sympathetic. It was wrong of me. I know, it was stupid. It was stupid and desperate. But I got scared and I panicked.
Mrs. Shepard, perhaps?
I never meant to hurt Molly. You have to believe me, Your Honor. She was my baby. But she wouldn't stop crying. I tried everything. I fed her, I changed her, I sang to her, and nothing helped. She cried for hours. Hours. And I was trying to make dinner and do the laundry, and Dylan had the TV up so loud, and it was too much. It was just too much. I wanted to scream. And I shook her. It all happened so quickly. In a second, it was over. It was over.
Hi. Hi. Can I help you?
Is Vincent home?
Who shall I say is calling?
I'm Lisa.
Vincent, it's Lisa! I'm Donna. Vincent's roommate.
Oh.
We're just roommates. I'm married.
Oh.
Hey, Lisa. What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Except that I live here. Thanks, Donna.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Same here. I thought maybe you were having trouble with your phone.
No, I
Just didn't want to call me back.
No, I've been really busy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Look, Vincent, I don't want to make this awkward for you. I really don't. I just had a good time, that's all, and I thought you did too.
Yeah, I did.
Good. I came here to say I hope you didn't get the wrong idea. I'm not looking for a hero. Just a friend. That's it. Next move's yours. Good night.
Vincent, carpe diem.
Shut up. Butt out, Donna.
Lisa! Not so fast. Just talk to her.
Lisa, I didn't want you to get the wrong idea either.
Okay, then give me the right one.
I got a lot going on right now. I'm a little bit distracted, and I'm having a hard time just concentrating on my work.
You have a commitment problem.
Well, yeah, and that too. Look, I like you, and I don't want you to get hurt, especially after all that you've been through.
Vincent, I think I can handle it.
So, this weekend, do you want to get some mushy food and see a quiet movie?
Yes.
Amy?
Tom.
Don't worry, I'm not stalking you. I heard what you said, and I respect your decision and your integrity.
Oh, really? I think I might be an idiot.
You're just being a good judge. We could use more of those.
Thank you.
It's just that, well, I really like you. And I'm sorry that we're never gonna get to see if that feeling might have led somewhere.
I know.
Done. Good night. Oh, Jody, what a nice surprise. I didn't hear you come in. Well, where are my manners? Come and sit down, and we can talk. How would that be? Jody, where did that blood come from? Where did you get that?
Mr. and Mrs. Tanner had it.
Your foster family?
It was in their closet, in a box.
How did you get here, sweetie? Did your parents bring you here?
My mom went to the store to buy hamburgers for dinner. She said I should stay home and rest.
What about your stepfather? Was Mark at home with you?
He came into my room and I was laying down. He said he was glad that I came home. He missed me. He looked at me that way. I knew it wouldn't be any different. Not for me. And not for my sister.
Jody, what did you do?
I shot him. I told you I could take care of myself.
Get him a travel book. They're always going someplace. Or an art book. They like art. What do you think?
I think you don't have to get your ex-in-laws belated Christmas presents. That's what I think.
Belated New Year's presents.
I'm pretty sure Miss Manners would back me up on this.
Well, I'm divorcing Michael, not them. They're still Lauren's grandparents. Besides, they're crazy about me.
Still?
Yeah. Well, they know what Michael is like. They probably blame him.
This is a big confirm.
Him, but yeah, something like that.
Oh!
What?
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
What? Time of Luck and Kindness by Vincent Gray!
Shh.
Oh my God, Vincent, you're in the stores! Why didn't you tell anybody?
I didn't know.
What do you mean?
I knew that it was coming out sometime this month, but I thought that I would get a warning.
How cool is this?
Keep your voice down.
Why? It's so exciting. It's my brother's book. It's my brother's book. It's my baby brother, Vincent Gray. He's a published author.
But she's out on a day pass.
You're gonna tell me this is not exciting?
Yeah, it's exciting.
Where you going?
Outside to vomit.
Time of Luck and Kindness. Time of Luck and Kindness. Right here. It's a great.
When my client found out that her ex-husband had applied for passports in their children's names and discovered a credit card receipt for 3 one-way air tickets to Tübingen with an open departure date, she naturally became concerned that he planned to abduct the children.
Your Honor, there is no foundation for believing that my client planned or plans to abduct his own children. He planned to take the children on a visit to their grandparent, Your Honor. He wanted to be prepared in the sudden worsening
His mother is as healthy as a horse, Your Honor. She's too mean to die.
I hate to say this, Your Honor, but I think what we're dealing with here is a plaintiff who's nothing more or less than a common bigot.
Objection!
An individual whose unreasoned hatred for an ethnic group, an entire people, in this case the German people, has utterly eclipsed such reason as she might ordinarily possess.
That is completely untrue.
Mr. Gelman, on what basis do you accuse Miss Benedict of these anti-German feelings?
During the course of their marriage, Your Honor, the plaintiff habitually remarked, as my client Gunther Heckling fastened his shoelaces, that he, quote, tied his shoes in little Nazis.
That was a joke. A joke.
Sorry.
Well, I don't really see what this has to do with...
Okay. He's a Nazi. He is.
Miss Benedict.
No, he used to be a normal person, but something happened. I mean, the guy hosts his own Leni Riefenstahl Film Festival every year. He has a big brass eagle on his belt, for God's sakes.
I put it to you that you are a common crowd hater.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Objection. Your bigotry is at the root of this
All right,
clumsy
everybody,
attempt...
that's enough. This is a custody hearing. It's not an open forum on cultural prejudice. Mr. Gelman, it would be helpful if we could hear your client's voice in this matter.
I spoke to him less than an hour ago, Your Honor. He said he might be a little late.
Oh, my God. He's never late. He's German.
Your Honor.
That stinking Nazi creep.
Your Honor.
Miss Benedict, your comments are undermining your credibility.
That damn goose-stepping, square-headed Hun bastard. He's taken my baby.
I recommend issuing a warrant for Mr. Heckling's arrest.
For what? Missing a court date? He's not even legally obligated to be here. Still, Mr. Gelman, the sooner you produce your client, the better.
That won't be a problem, Your Honor.
Good. We're in recess until then.
Excuse me. I'm Maxine Gray from DCF, and I need to see Aisha Al-Jamal.
Right down the hall.
Mrs. Al-Jamal, I have to examine your daughter. If I don't look at these wounds, they could get infected. I have to look at her.
Excuse me, doctor. I'm from DCF.
Great. You speak Yemeni?
No.
Why do I have to speak to someone else? I've already seen the police.
I'm with social services. We deal with situations involving children.
I am not a child. I'm 15. Can everybody leave? You're upsetting my mother.
She hasn't stopped wailing since I came in here. The father tried to punch me.
Doctor.
I'm trying to do my job.
Why don't you give me a minute with the girl, and maybe we can get everybody to calm down.
Fine with me.
Okay.
Please, it's okay.
Why don't we start with names? I'm Maxine.
This is my sister Kaja and my mother Amina. She doesn't speak much English, but she understands some.
Mrs. Al-Jamal. Mrs. Al-Jamal, I'm Mrs. Gray, and I'm here to help your daughter. You understand, to help? All right. Thank you. Aisha, can you tell me what happened?
It was stupid. I had a bad week at school. Some people had been teasing me. I should be used to that. Everyone thinks I'm different. I was frustrated. I don't know. I just tried to hurt myself.
Now, the report says that you have stab wounds in your chest and arm. You're telling me you did this to yourself?
Yes?
Aisha, if someone did this to you, I really need to know.
No one did it. I did it to myself.
Please, wait.
Yes?
My father would probably not approve of me speaking to you, but I need to know what you're going to do.
Your sister Aisha is a juvenile. Unless I'm satisfied that she won't be attacked again, and she was attacked, I'll apply for an order of temporary custody so that she can be protected.
If it were true what you say, she's in no danger. But not now. It has been proven she's a virgin.
You're going to have to be clearer than that.
Somehow, word got around the Yemeni community. She had been with a man.
that she was no longer a virgin. She was examined this morning by clerical authorities. She is a virgin. She has a signed certificate.
Are you saying that your sister was attacked by someone who thought that she was no longer a virgin?
No. But when Aisha heard the rumor, she believed she had destroyed our good name, our family honor. She must have become hysterical, as she says. And in this state, she did violence upon herself, needlessly.
I intend to talk with your parents. I'm sure they'll help clear things up.
It is best for you to leave us all alone.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Judge Gray.
What's this?
The complaint against Judge Alistair McNeil. The Judicial Conduct Commission just called. I wanted the judge's sad triple bypass this morning. You're the fill-in alternate.
You're kidding. When do we meet?
Tonight. Testimony from the complainant is set for the second floor conference room, 8 p.m. Dress is business, cocktails and dancing after.
Dr. McNeil, huh? I always heard Alistair McNeil is one of the few judges sitting in this jurisdiction capable of original thought. Doesn't seem like the kind of guy to make sexual overtures to a run-of-the-skid streetwalker in his chambers.
When Judge McNeil arrived, there was talk of an incident in his previous assignment. The complaint was investigated, found to have no merit. Judge was cleared, and proceedings were sealed.
But as a member of the Judicial Conduct Commission, I'll have access to that material. Sealed or not, right?
You'll find the transcript of the inquiry in there. Some light after-dinner reading.
Great. Fun never stops.
I love the cover. What is it exactly?
It's, abstract.
Can't believe your book just shows up like that. Where's the fanfare?
That's the way it is with fiction. They only promote the big books.
I used to send it to Oprah. Seriously, Vincent. People listen to her.
It's a small book by a guy nobody's ever heard of. That's the way it works. You hope for good reviews, word of mouth.
Title's confusing. What does it mean?
It's from a poem by a guy named Rumi.
Yeah, but what does it mean?
It's about moral relativism.
Huh.
That sounds good.
Hey, what's up?
Getting a lesson in literature from Herman Melville.
Isn't it great?
Nothing like the swell of familial pride.
He's an insurance salesman, Vincent. Do you understand his work?
He didn't even want to touch it.
He's proud in his own way. Besides, you enjoy being misunderstood.
Oh, right. I'll remember that when the reviews start coming out.
When does that happen?
New York Times is any day now.
Really?
But we're not telling anybody, in case it's not good.
It's gonna be good.
It could really not be. You know, I could be humiliated in the best paper in the country, in the world. Oh, my God. Why the hell did I want to do this?
Hey, enjoy it. It's really happening.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
You want her to move in here?
Just for a while.
She lost her job with the chiropractor because of her carpal tunnel syndrome.
And we'd give her our guest room, but we're remodeling for the baby right now, and the dust is really bad for Evie's allergies.
Peter, honey, you know I've been supportive of your adopting this young woman's baby. However, I'm not sure it's the best idea for her to move in here.
It's only temporary, just till the drywall's up.
We'd rent her an apartment, Maxine, but all of our money is tied up in the remodeling and adoption fees.
Doesn't she have a family? People who care about her.
Her family lives in Massachusetts. They're estranged.
We're all she has right now, and she's carrying our baby.
Your grandchild.
Yeah. This was the day I was scheduled to appear on the soliciting charge. Judge McNeil approached me in the corridor and asked me to come with him to his chambers. I remember there was a very bright red carpet with a blue stripe around the outside and a picture of the judge on his desk in a ski outfit. And also a big gold mirror with an eagle on it by the door.
By stipulation, both parties have agreed it is an accurate description of the judge's chambers.
That's correct.
Ms. Herrick, would you tell the members of the Judicial Conduct Commission what happened next?
He asked me to remove my clothes and kneel and perform oral sex on him. And when I wouldn't, he got nuts. That is, he said I'd regret it. That afternoon, he gave me 2 months in jail instead of the usual fine you get, you know?
There were no witnesses who saw the two of you together at any time?
He was very careful. I realized that later. Snaky, you know?
I think you'll like this room. It's my favorite room in the house. It gets afternoon sun.
Okay.
And it's got its own bathroom.
So you'll have plenty of privacy.
And, Mom's a wonderful cook.
When I'm not waxing the floors.
I hope you like cable TV.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Sweetie. Maxine, thank you. I know this isn't easy, but it's just for a little while.
She doesn't have much to say.
But she's a little shy.
Can I get another pillow for my bed? Oh, and my own key?
Of course. Lauren?
The pre-Raphaelites.
Yeah, I remembered how much you liked them.
Yes, we love them. It's a very thoughtful gift.
Yeah, it's got Ophelia and Chatterton. All the greatest hits.
Thank you, really.
Well, Lauren should be down in a minute. I think Mom's just helping her pick out a sweater. Is the coffee okay?
Yes, fine, thank you.
Well, I'm glad we finally got a chance to see each other face to face. I've been wanting to talk to you, to explain what happened.
Amy, you really don't have to do that.
No, I want to.
Look, you're both adults, and it's none of our business. Naturally, we felt pretty sad, but you don't owe us an explanation.
Well, I will always respect Michael, and I would never let our differences interfere with our parenting, ever.
Does Lauren like Chinese food? Karen thought it would be nice to try it at lunch.
Sure, yeah. She'll try just about anything. She's pretty adventurous for a child her age. Anyway, I must have tried to write you at least a dozen times, but each time it just seemed so self-serving and artificial and...
What can't be mended must be borne.
Isn't it endured?
Is it?
Yes, I think what can't be mended must be endured.
Well, what I'm trying to get at is... It's like the iceberg thing. There's only a little part of it that's above the surface. But that's the part that everybody sees. And I...
Baby Pop!
Hi, sweetheart.
Sweetie pie. Don't you look pretty? Did we give you this dress for your birthday?
Yeah, Grandma said I should wear it.
Hello, Maxine.
How are you? We're good, thank you. And you?
Very well.
Good. Hey, Lauren, Grimmy and Pop's are going to take you out for Chinese food.
Okay, but I have to get to the Amazon habitat by 8. That's when all the nocturnal animals start to go to bed.
Oh, okay.
Then we better get going.
All right, I'll walk you out.
No. That's all right. No need. We'll see you tomorrow evening after dinner. Bye-bye.
I never liked them.
Mother...
Well, I didn't.
Oh, Maxine, good. You're here. Just in time to talk to Mr. and Mrs. Ishtar.
Susie, that's not cute.
I'm sorry. Not a fan of the culture. Something about women being forced to wear garbage sacks makes me cranky.
What are they doing here?
Police brought them in. They suspect they stabbed their daughter, don't you?
I don't know what I think. I was planning to go to their house and talk to them like I would anyone else. They're not a flight risk.
They're nomads. They wander.
They're Yemeni, not nomads.
Maxine, do you have any idea how they treat their women? Look at his wife. She's covered from head to toe.
Well, I'm here to help their daughter, not analyze their way of life.
Well, good luck getting anything out of them. I'm already looking for a placement.
I'm sure you are.
Your Honor, we've been unable to locate my client's former husband or her children. According to school authorities, they were removed yesterday by Gunter Heckling on pretext of an automobile accident involving his ex-wife.
Judge Gray, have you informed the police and the state's attorney's office of this, Mr. Tyson?
Yes, Your Honor. It's my understanding that no action will be initiated until the children have been missing at least 48 hours.
Judge Gray. In a minute, Donna, and no one's heard from them since.
Judge Gray.
What is it? Donna?
I'm sorry. But Hartford Police Captain named Fritz Teeter just phoned. He said they just received a call from Gunter Heckling. The children were with him, and they're fine.
What? Where are they?
Well, Captain Teeter wasn't sure, but he said it sounded like an airport terminal. He heard German being spoken in the background.
Oh my God, I knew it.
Your Honor, I assure you, I had no idea.
Well, this court finds Gunter Heckling in violation of the current custody agreement. In addition, I'm directing the state's attorney's office to issue a complaint accusing Mr. Heckling of kidnapping. Oh, Miss Benedict, I promise you that I and the state of Connecticut will do everything in our power to work with the German authorities to seek extradition of your ex-husband and the safe return of your children.
Thank you, officer. Mr. and Mrs. Al-Jamal, I'm Maxine Gray. I'm very sorry for all this.
We have been here for over an hour. I have a business. We have children at home.
Truly, I apologize.
They refused to release my daughter from the hospital.
That is correct. DCF has the authority to keep her there pending an investigation. That is, until we know what happened to her.
Aisha told you what happened.
DCF is not satisfied with this report.
DCF? What does that stand for?
I apologize. It means the Department of Children and Families.
You have a department to take care of your children and families? You cannot take care of them yourself? In my country, this would be unthinkable, having strangers interfere with a family.
Well, we do things differently here.
Yes. I read the newspapers. Women leave their babies in trash cans. Children murder their parents. Forgive me if I do not think you do things better.
I'm having some problems with Aisha's story, Mrs. Al-Jamal.
Please address your comments to me.
It's customary for me to speak with the child's mother.
Your custom, not mine. I speak for the family.
Then do you think your daughter stabbed herself?
I believe what Aisha said.
Well, I'm having some problems with it.
Are we under arrest?
No, of course not.
Then I would like to leave. Yalla, bidla beruh.
Mr. Al-Jamal, you can't avoid talking with DCF.
You're welcome to be a guest in my home. Yalla.
Then we'll talk there. This afternoon.
Miss Dewsbeaver, you testified that you saw a woman leaving my client's chambers who you believe was Miss Herrick.
Yes.
But your view was essentially from behind. You saw a red-haired woman of medium stature leaving the judge's chambers. Can you be sure it was Miss Herrick?
Well, pretty sure. It was the same kind of dyed red hair.
Isn't it fair to say that at best you have a hunch that the person leaving the judge's chambers was Andy Herrick?
Well, yes, a hunch. A pretty good hunch.
Thank you, Miss Dewsbeaver. No more questions.
All right, let's take a 10-minute recess.
Rick Bachman.
Amy Gray.
Welcome to the Judicial Conduct Commission. Is it all you thought it'd be?
Yeah, all that and more. Actually, I'm a little overwhelmed. The stakes are so high for Judge McNeil.
What I want to know is what the hell we're all doing here anyway. We all know McNeil's a pansy. Do you really believe that he asked this bimbo to give him a helmet scrub?
Do we know he's gay?
Well, that previous incident in New Haven certainly suggests he is.
But he was exonerated in that case.
Yes, but if he is a homosexual, it explains why he was such a perfect target for that kind of sleazy accusation.
Excuse me, if this man is gay, what's the point of this whole exercise? In my book, homosexuals don't seek oral gratification from female prostitutes.
Especially that one. Did you see the way
Are we
she was-
deliberating here? Because it's my understanding that we shouldn't deliberate until all the evidence is in. Isn't that what we tell jurors? We haven't even heard from Judge McNeil yet.
Well, I just think the whole thing's a crock. I've got to go tap my kidneys.
Damn. Looks like you're out of the golf game.
I'll live.
Mrs. Gray, it is strict Yemenite tradition that an unmarried woman of decent family does not have relations with a man, not before marriage.
Things were not so different here at one time.
No, it's far more important in my culture. The girl may never marry. Her sister may not marry. The whole family becomes a figure of ridicule. The only way to erase the shame is if the girl is punished with death.
And this is your belief?
At one time, if the daughter of another broke this law, I would have lost respect for the family. But when I saw Aisha injured, I knew no strain on my family honor is worth the life of a child. Still, I did this to her.
You're saying you attacked your daughter?
No, but I passed on these beliefs to my children. Aisha hurt herself to protect her family. Bid the chime in fadlik.
Thank you, Mrs. Al-Jamal. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
She does not understand English.
Oh, I think she gets the gist.
Mrs. Gray, women do not participate in this manner. It would make her uncomfortable.
Mr. Al-Jamal, I have complied with your rules. I have respected your customs. I think you owe me the same consideration. I want to talk to the child's mother, Amina. I am a mother, like you. I know that you're very worried about your daughter. I know you want her to come home, but she will not come home until I know what happened. Is that clear? Aisha will not come home until I know the truth.
ليه؟ شو هذا؟ أنت لازم تجيبها في الدار هلا، بدي بنتي في الدار هلا.
اسكتي.
هذه بنتي مش بنتهم.
يلا روحي من هون.
هذه بنتي مش بنتهم.
Mrs. Gray, you have said enough.
Yes. Yes. I think I have.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Evie.
Do you know if that TV in my bedroom has a remote control?
No, I think it's the old-fashioned kind. You actually have to get up and turn that knob. Is that my shirt you're wearing?
Oh, is it? I found it in my bedroom closet. I figured nobody wanted it anymore, so...
No, yeah, I just use that as sort of an overflow closet. But if you want to wear it, go ahead.
Oh, thanks. Some of my clothes are getting a little tight.
When are you due again?
May 21st.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Hello, Evie. How are you?
Freezing? There's something wrong with your heat. Like you don't have any.
I'll show you how to work the thermostat.
Thanks.
Is that your shirt?
Hi, Donna. Is Vincent home yet?
Lisa, thank God you're here.
What's wrong?
The review's out. He's reading it.
The New York Times? Is it good?
He won't say anything. He just keeps reading it over and over and over.
Hi. Is that your review?
Yeah, I got an advance copy.
Well, is it good?
It's good.
How good?
Really good.
Oh, thank God. Vincent, that's fantastic. Let me see. Wow. Auspicious debut. Original voice. Nuanced and convincing.
Nuanced is good.
Nuanced is great.
Then why are you kind of green?
There was another review today in The Spectator.
What's that?
A small magazine. Very literary. British and snotty.
I've never heard of it.
What did they say?
They said I wrote my second book first.
Oh, the bastards!
What does that mean?
Not good.
What did they say exactly?
Exactly? Let's see. Surfeit of intelligence, a deficit of courage. It's careful and it's calculated. Mr. Gray is afraid of losing a reputation he has yet to earn. He seems to think that even when you've got nothing, you've got something to lose. Not that I've memorized it or anything.
Come on, Vincent. This is the New York Times. I mean, who's ever heard of that other thing?
The Spectator.
See, I've already forgotten it.
The problem is, they're right.
No, they're not. Come on, this is your moment. Can't you just let yourself have it?
Excuse me. Can I say something? You wrote something, Vincent. Putting your ideas and dreams into words and out there for everyone. That's an act of courage. Sitting around finding fault with other people's work is cowardly. You know what they say. It's easier to criticize than create. Besides, if Englishmen had any sense of aesthetics, they'd be circumcised.
This is a serious charge, Judge, with serious consequences. If the allegation is proven, you could be suspended or removed from office. This is your opportunity to be heard.
At this time, with all due respect, members of the commission, my client has advised me that he will make no statement nor present any evidence on his behalf.
For God's sakes, Alistair, defend yourself.
Your lack of comment is a statement in itself, Judge McNeil.
Mr. Cochran, as I know you're aware, during the course of the investigation of the case, this commission had an occasion to review the record of the New Haven incident. And perhaps it would be helpful if Judge McNeil addressed himself to that.
Against my advice, my client wishes to say something.
After 30 years of service, I'm distressed to discover my integrity can be so easily impugned. This case is a simple matter of my word versus the complainant. And I will not inject information that is not relevant into this hearing. At this point, I feel compelled to offer my resignation as Superior Court Judge of the state of Connecticut. This should relieve the commission of its onerous burden. If you'll excuse me.
Let me guess. It's got a remote. Peter, you've given that young woman a home, a credit card, the shirt from your sister's back. She does not need a remote control to have a healthy baby.
Evie has sciatica. She has to stay off her feet as much as possible. Hey, take a look. Vincent's review.
Oh, hi, Peter. I was just about to call you. Jillian said I could borrow her car if I needed it.
Sure, where are you off to?
Driving, errands and stuff. It's kind of private, okay? I shouldn't have to get the third degree every time I want to go someplace.
You're right. I'm really sorry. I'll get Jillian to bring the car over after lunch.
I was kind of hoping I could have it now.
Okay, let me call her at work.
Oh, please.
Mother?
Peter, you don't have to give her your car. If she wants to go somewhere, she can walk to the bus stop and take the bus.
Evie has sciatica.
I can't believe you're allowing this young woman to manipulate you like this.
It's fine, really.
Hey, Mom, it's 8:30. We're going to be late.
Jillian said it was okay.
While I appreciate your willingness to give up your baby to my son and daughter-in-law, Evie, I won't have you take advantage of them.
Mother, please.
Do you honestly believe she'll hand over her baby to someone else if you don't accede to her every whim? She's got a very good deal here. Don't you, Evie?
Hey, Mom.
No, Evie knows that she's damn lucky to have you and Jillian. To have her baby raised in a home where it will always be loved, taken care of, safe. Evie may be young, but she's no fool. Why would she jeopardize having that for her baby?
You people don't know me. You don't know anything about me. It's my baby, and I will do whatever I want with it, and you can't stop me.
Somebody needed to say something.
Yeah? What made you think it had to be you?
It's my house, my son. Why shouldn't I?
Because Peter asked you not to?
Well, don't they have any self-respect? Can't they see what that little girl is doing to them?
Ma, you don't know everything. We don't know everything. We don't know what it's like not to be able to have a baby. So if Peter and Jillian want to let that young woman walk all over them for the privilege of adopting her baby, then I plan to be supportive. And I think you should too.
I hear Aisha Al-Jamal is still in the hospital?
Yes.
I found a placement.
Susie, no. I'm working on an investigation.
That man stabbed his daughter.
Well, you don't know that.
Having sex with somebody.
Well, actually, she didn't have sex.
Well, that makes it better.
Do you honestly expect every family we work with to walk and talk and look like us? We're here to help people, not convert them. Dealing with diversity is part of the job. It's part of being on the planet, in fact.
Maxine, you're a certified member of the morality police, but you're defending people who murder women for losing their virginity?
Susie, I'm not defending anyone. I'm just trying to help a disturbed child and her parents, as I do every day.
Do you know how naive that sounds? These people don't share our values. They don't answer to the same authority.
The mother wants her daughter home. That's a universal language.
As if what the mother wants counts for anything.
Don't underestimate the power of the matriarch where her child's interest is concerned.
Maxine, I'll give you one more day on this. Then I'm taking over.
Thank you, Susie. I know how much a woman's authority means to you.
Judge McNeil,
Judge Gray.
may I have a few moments of your time?
Please, I don't have many moments left in this office. I'd be delighted to spend the last few with you. My chamber is pretty much as described by the complainant, isn't it?
Or as described to her.
Why are you here, Judge Gray?
I want to know why you refused to defend yourself. Maybe I don't have a right to know, but I want to know.
The question's compound, calls for a conclusion. I should make you rephrase, but what the hell? Sit down. And I won't proposition you since you don't have any business pending before my court. So, Judge Gray, how would you have defended my case?
Well, Judge McNeil, we all know what happened in New Haven. I read the transcripts of the allegations against you. You were accused of sexual impropriety then. You fought it. And you won.
Having read the transcript, may I guess at your defense? Ladies and gentlemen of the Judicial Conduct Commission, I put it to you that Judge Alistair McNeil cannot be guilty as charged. He is, as evidenced by this prior unfounded allegation, a bona fide queer, as the term is commonly used and understood.
Judge, I am not suggesting any particular defense. I am asking you why you had none.
You know, I was accused of groping a Marine in a bus terminal men's room. I am gay. I was angry. And at the time, I thought it was important to prove to the people who backed my appointment that they were not wrong, that I was not morally unfit to uphold my office. And when I was exonerated, I vowed I would never go through anything like that again. I have been an excellent jurist. I have served this community exceedingly well.
Which is why I can't believe you'd be willing to walk away from it all. If you're afraid of being stigmatized.
Judge Gray, my sexual identity is no secret. You know. I mean, your colleagues on the commission have been around the court system considerably longer than you have. This is not about fear. I don't give a rat's ass what other people think about me. This is about dignity. My own sense of dignity. Why should I have to affirm my innocence by trotting out my sexuality? You wouldn't have to.
But now people are going to believe that you're guilty of abusing your office.
Well, people can believe what they want to believe. But after 30 years, I should not have to defend myself against a spurious attack brought by a prostitute because she's unhappy about a jail sentence.
Well, I wish I could say that I understand your reasoning, but you're losing everything.
Oh, not everything. My identity's not being a judge, not being gay. There are other things to be.
Mrs. Jamal, thank you for coming.
لازم تقولها تخافش لازم تقولها هلا.
I'm the one who attacked my sister. People were talking, and it was a disgrace to my family. I couldn't let that happen. I was very angry with her, and I thought it was what my father would want, what he would expect.
تخافش لازم تقولها خلاص لازم تقولها.
I thought my father would kill her. So I thought if I just hurt her, that would be enough. She wouldn't have to die. I know you don't understand, but I love my sister.
Yasin, you understand that you are going to have to talk to the police.
Aisha? Aisha, come home.
Yes, ma'am. Aisha comes home now.
Hello, Evie. Don't worry, I'm leaving. I'm waiting for my friend to pick me up so I won't be bothering you anymore.
When I was a girl, pregnant young women went into group homes. Their babies went into orphanages. This whole creative adoption thing is different. Maybe it's even better, I don't know. This baby is terribly important to Peter and Jillian. They're willing to do almost anything to make it work, and some people might take advantage of that. I guess I was just trying to protect them, and maybe that's not my place. I'm sorry. But this is the way that parents behave. They do anything to protect their children. That's how I am, and I can guarantee you that's how my son and his wife will be.
You really made me feel bad, you know? I mean, why shouldn't they take care of me? I'm doing something special for them. I'm giving them something that they want. It's not like I think they're really my friends. I'm not that stupid.
I don't know what to say to you, Evie. This whole thing confuses me. I guess maybe if you want your child raised by really good people, you'll stay. If you have other priorities, then maybe you should go. He knew that she was leaving, and he knew that a word, a fragment of a thought, could make her stay. He said nothing. She crossed the street without looking, as if she could not be hurt anymore. The pewter sky was low and thick, clouds tangled in the highest branches of the birch trees, and the world felt hollow. He thought how easy it would be to disappear, how quietly he could go, how few tracks he would leave behind.
It's a comedy.
Vincent, it's quite something.
It's overwritten.
No, it's not. It's great.
New York Times was impressed. That should tell you something.
Did he die at the end?
No.
Does it sound like he was gonna die or something?
It's a metaphor.
Evie.
I didn't ditch all my classes.
Hey, come on, sit down.
It's nice to see you.
Here, you can have some of my pie. Like,
Oh, here, have my pie too.
Yeah, you're eating for two. That's
You have
plenty.
to.
Read another one, Mom.
Can we move on to something else?
Read another one, Mom.
No, I mean it.
Read another story, Mom.
One more?
Mom. It's Lauren.
I kind of like to read this one again.
Come on, Mom.
It's good, Vincent.
Come on.
It's beautiful.
We had a great time. We saw lizards and bats.
Cool.
Bats are our friends. They don't really suck your blood.
That's good to know.
I'm gonna go show Grandma.
Oh, thank you so much, Amy. We really loved spending time with her.
Oh, well, I'm sure she had a great time, too. Would you like to come in and get something to eat?
Oh, no, thank you.
Coffee? No. We had to get back to the city. Thanks.
We'd love to do it again soon.
Well, great. Maybe I'll come with you. Wouldn't hurt me to have a day off.
Well, we kind of like having our own time with her.
Yeah. Sure. I know what you mean.
Thanks again.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good to see you, dear.
Me too.
Karen, Bill. I can't stand this. I really want to tell you my side of things. I mean, you were family to me, and I hate the idea of it being so awkward. I just want you to understand.
Amy, please. It's painful enough as it is. You got what you wanted. Now, please, just drop it.
What I wanted?
ওই দিন আপনার আম্মার সামনে আমার লগে এরকম ব্যবহার করছেন কেলা?
আমার ইচ্ছে হয়েছে আমি করছি, আর আমার পিছে ঘুরে লাভ নেই।
কেলা? আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি না, করবো না কেলা।
বেহায়া মেয়ে রে বাবা, তোমার তো আমি ক্লিয়ার করে বলছি যে আমি তোমার বিয়ে করবো না।
আরে আপনার আম্মাই তো আমার পছন্দ করতো, তো আপনি শাদি করবেন না কেলা?
তাহলে তারই বিয়েটা করো।
জি জি জি, আস্তাগফিরুল্লাহ, কি কইতাছেন? আমি আপনার আম্মারে কেলা শাদি করব? আমি তো আপনার শাদি করব। আর আপনি যদি আমার শাদি না করতেন তাহলে কয়ে দিলাম ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম আমার হাতে লিখুন।
তোমার যা ইচ্ছা তুমি তাই করো, আমি একদমই ভয় পাই না। আগের বার মাইনে নিছি, খেলা ছিল দেখা, এটা খেলা না, এটা আমার জীবন। আমি জীবন নিয়ে ছেলে খেলা করতে পারবো না।
আমি হাঁচা হাঁচা কইতেছি, আমি কিন্তু ব্লেড দিয়ে
হাতে পায়ে গলায় মুখে সব জায়গায় যেখানে ইচ্ছা সেখানে লেখো। ইংরেজি বাংলা ফার্সি যেটাতে পারো সেটাতেই লেখো, আমার কিচ্ছু যায় আসে না।
আপনার আমি শেষবারের মতো কইতেছি, আপনারা আর বেশি সময় দিব না, শুধুমাত্র 12 ঘন্টা সময় দিলাম। এই 12 ঘন্টার মধ্যে আপনি আপনার মত বদলাইবেন, নাহলে কইলাম আমি হাঁচায় ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম লিখে ফেলাম, আমার কেউ আটকাইতে পারবো না।
আরামসে তুমি সিগারেট টানো, বুঝে নাই শান্তিতে, আর ওদিক দিয়ে কাম সারছে।
কেন কি হইছে?
আরে শুনোস না, ওই মেয়ে তো ডেঞ্জারাস একটা ঘটনা ঘটায় ফেলছে। লেট দিয়ে হাত কাটছে, এখন কি হইব মামা?
ওই মেয়েটা
বস কি মামা? হাত
কেন? ওই মেয়ের তোর কোনো কথা হয়েছিল?
কালকে রাত্রেবেলা বাসার সামনে এসে দাঁড়ায় ছিল, আমার 12 ঘন্টার আলটিমেটাম দিছে।
এই কিসের আলটিমেটাম দিছে রে? হ্যাঁ,
আরে ওই বিয়াতে রাজি না হইলে কি জানি।
এই কথা তুই আগে কবি না।
আরে আমি কি বুঝছি নাকি?
আরে না বাবার কি আছে, বুঝোস না, মেয়েটা তো ডেঞ্জারাস। এখন যদি কিছু হয়ে যায় মামা, আমাকে তো পুলিশে ধরে নিয়ে যাবে।
আমি কি করছি?
ও আমি কি করছি কিছু জানো না? না ওই বেটা আইনার মারবে জানো, জীবনে তো থানায় তুই যাস্তে জানবি কেন? তা না আমি গেছি ফোন যে কোনো হলে আত্মহত্যা প্ররোচনকারী যেই হোক নাকি, তার নাম যদি একবার থানায় গিয়ে কয় মামা, তাহলে তোর খবর আছে। এখন তুই কি করবি তুই চিন্তা করে দেখ।
কি করছে সব? এই লাইলি বাইচা আছে তো?
হ্যাঁ শুনলাম ও তো বাইচা আছে।
কোন হসপিটাল আছে? আমি যাই একটু দেখা করে আসি।
হসপিটালে যাই দেখা করে, হসপিটাল থাকলে তখন তুমি চৈত্র শিকার ভিত্তি থাকলা, বুঝো নাই? আর তুমি যাই হয়তো বাসায় আছে। এই তুই কি ওর বাসায় যাবি?
তুই যাবি মামা?
হায় রে খোদা, তুমি আইছো, আমি জানতাম তুমি আইবা। আমি লাইলে রে কইছি তুমি আসবা। চ্যাংরা হও আর রক্ত গরম হও, মানুষ তো, তোমার মনের ভিতরে সেই প্রেমটা আছে।
আচ্ছা আমি লাইলির সাথে একটু দেখা করবো।
লাইলির সাথে দেখা করবা?
কেমন আছে ও?
আছে ভালো, আসো আসো, তোমার আমি একটু দেখা করাতে আসো।
এইসব কি?
প্লেট দিয়ে তোমার নাম লিখছি, বানান ঠিক আছে?
একদম ঠিক আছে। কিন্তু কি বলো বাইক না, ভালো হয়েছে না? আমি কিন্তু লাইলিতে কইছিলাম লাইলি ছবি তুইলা ওরা পাঠাই দে। ওই কইছে যে না, কিছু জিনিস আছে এগুলো ছবি তুলে পাঠালে সঠিকভাবে দেখা যায় না, সামনাসামনি দেখতে হয়। এর লেগে তো এতক্ষণ ধরে তোমার জন্য অপেক্ষা করতেছি।
এইসব পাগলামির কোনো মানে আছে?
আছে না, তোমার আমি শাদি করব, তুমি আমার শাদি করবা, করবা না?
এই তুমি কি আমার বলদ পাইছো? বলদ এই পাশে দাঁড়ানো লোকটার মতো।
নিলে তুমি আমার মামার নিয়ে কি করতেছো?
আমি বলবো তুমি শুনবা। মানে এই যদি তোমার হাত কাটার নমুনা হয়, হ্যাঁ আমি জানলে আমি জীবনেও আসতাম না। আর যদি হাত সত্যি সত্যি কাটতাও তাও আসতাম না, কোনো লাভই হতো না। আমি তোমারে বিয়ে করব না। তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শুধুমাত্র মজা নেওয়া যায়, বাড়ির বউ করা যায় না। তোমার মধ্যে ওই রকম কোনো এলিমেন্টই নাই।
তুমি একটু বেশি বেশি করতেছো না?
এই মাঝখান দিয়ে ঢুকে গেলেন? হ্যাঁ সাদে কি আপনার মানুষে হাবলু কয়? এর লেগে আপনার হাবলু কয়। আর ঢুকছেন যখন, তখন আমারে না বুঝায় আপনার এই ড্রামাবাজ ভাগ্যিরে বুঝান। আমি ওরে বিয়ে করব না, আমি মরে গেলে ওরে বিয়ে করব না। মানে নিজের তো কোনো মান সম্মান নাই, পরিবারের মান সম্মানটা যদি খোয়াইতে না চাও তাহলে এসব বন্ধ করো। সবার সামনে অপমান করবো না।
থাক ভাগ্নি, তুই কষ্ট পাইস না, হয় তোরা বুঝতে পারে নাই। আর যেদিন বুঝতে পারবো ওই কান্দা বুক চাপলাইবো, তখন বুঝবো যে কি জিনিস হারাইছি। তুই কান্দিস না ভাগ্নি, একদম কান্দিস না। তুই থাক, আমি আইতাছি, দেখতাছি।
ভাই কি দেখেন?
বাইকটা কি আপনার?
হ্যাঁ আমার ভাই কি হয়েছে?
নাম্বার প্লেট কই?
সেটা দিয়ে আপনার কি দরকার?
রাইট দেন।
হ্যাঁ রাইট দিই, কি হয়েছে?
বেরিবাদ যাবেন?
না ভাই এই মুহূর্তে বেরিবাদ যাবো না ভাই।
ভাই চলেন না, আমার মায়ের অসুস্থ।
ভাই আমার রাইড শেষ, আমার পোলার আছে জন্মদিন, আমার তাড়াতাড়ি বাড়িতে যাইতে হবে, আমি যাইতে পারবো না। তো আপনি আর একটা রাইড দেখেন, এ নিয়ে যাবো আপনারে।
ভাই বিপদ তার বইলে আসেন, আমার মায়ের অসুস্থ। ভাই আপনার মা অসুস্থ থাকলে কি একজন হেল্প করতো না?
এই মুহূর্তে ভাই এই বেরিবাদে আমার বাড়িটা থাকলো উল্টা দিকে, আমার যাইতে অনেক দেরি হয়ে যাবে।
ভাই একটু স্যাক্রিফাইস করেন না ভাই, আমার মা অসুস্থ, আপনার মা অসুস্থ থাকলে কি আপনি করতেন না?
আরে
একটু বাড়াই দেবো ভাই, চলেন ভাই।
আরে এই সময় বেরিবাদ কেমনে যাবো
ভাই? আয়েন না, আমি তো আপনার সাথে যাইতেছি ভাই, আমার একটু নামাই দিয়ে আসেন, খুব দরকার ভাই। চলেন ভাই।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে চলেন। ভাই কোন দিকে? ভাই আর কোন দিকে যাবো কোন তো? সেই কখন থেকে তো সামনে সামনে করতেছে।
মা, শফিকরে ডাক দাও।
এখন অনেক রাত হয়েছে।
তাহলে একটা কাজ করো, ওর জন্য একটা কেকের পিস রেখে দাও।
আচ্ছা রাইখা দিব না, কাল সকালে তুই দিয়ে আসিস।
মা, মোমবাতি কই?
মোমবাতি আনতে তো ভুলে গেছি একদম।
তাহলে কাজ করো, বাবাকে আনতে কইয়া দাও।
তোর বাপ কি জানে যে কেক কিনে নিয়ে আসছি? আচ্ছা আগে আসো, তারপরে দোকানে পাঠাবো না মামা।
তাহলে একটা কাজ করি, আমি নিজে গিয়ে নিয়ে আসি।
ছোট মানুষের রাতেবেলা বাইরে যাওয়া নিষেধ তোরে শিখাইছি না?
তাহলে আবার একটা কাজ করো, বাবাকে ফোন দিয়ে কইয়া দাও বেলুন আনতে, আর বলবা যে তাড়াতাড়ি আসতে।
আর একটু অপেক্ষা করি, হ্যাঁ তারপর কমুনি।
Chú ngoại rồi. Chú anh búa à. Anh nhặt anh quay liên tục mà anh biết đâu. Quay ra thì ra con legendary. Xong rồi cút. Đâu? Không có legendary không? Có à? Đâu? Anh không biết đâu. Đâu để anh về buông vào đây xem. Anh nhặt tiếp. Anh không biết đâu. Về gì hết phải không? Đâu? Ôi kìa, sao tiến bay luôn chung? Đâu? Anh thấy có mỗi cái mà. À đây đây. Ở đây có 2k5 này. Sao đây có 2k5 nhỉ? Đúng rồi, có 2k5. Quyền mặt chạy không đến. Rồi. Ok. Ăn 1 tiếng rồi. Anh bây giờ anh thử thách. Anh thử thách mình. Anh đang thử thách nhặt 2.500 cái mũ xong rồi thì tắt. Được. Tốt rồi. Em rồi. Đi ngủ đi thời mai nó quay mày cho mà xem. Nhưng mà mày hôm nọ mày bảo tao xuống lấy xi à? Không có đâu. Bảo là cũng là hôm nọ nó bảo anh là xuống đấy thì gọi cho nó luôn, có để cho được máy bay của anh cũng gọi được, các em phải lên phòng ấy, mất thông báo nó. Chọn broccoli rồi đéo nhặt nữa, nhặt một tí thôi em hai bao nhiêu à? 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 và 60. Bye bye các 1, 3 ngày 7 tháng 6 2024. Cầu báo đéo thì chúng ta cũng bỏ ghi đấy. Bài tiếp cái game có kìa, rồi vào bút rồi để bút xong bay liên tục không được dừng lại thì đấy cái gì Hà cứ ghép nhạc vào nhỉ. 39 là từ đổi bài đấy thì lao à đột cả guitar chơi gần nhau quá. DC rồi phải đã chết rồi. Toán không bút của mình tiểu à. Máy bay tuyến giờ bao tiền đấy. Ta xem ở đây 200 tỷ 2 tỷ cân là phải trứng đấy, quay trứng le dựng đi sự cho bám này. Anh ăn mà ê thua giờ vẫn có ngoài auto mình trứng rồi buồn đấy. Epic à? Rồi đi xin ai con này đồ luôn. Nó chín máu ở sườn bình thường. Xem nào con số gì epic. Con epic sao ấy quay được lắm. Trời mình quay được 20 lần. Số đấy con nào rồi đồ ca vì viên rồi đất chết rồi thì viên là vậy để cho số cao xong viên anh hợp lý không nhỉ? Là lọt cái mini ra gì rồi chứ là gì như toàn epic thôi. Có ra cái gì khác à? Trốn nhỉ? 295 không đổ á. Đổ đi. Kéo vào ra vàng kéo đổ. Bao tiền? 100 triệu tiền. Hết tiền. Wow, trời, nếu là gì thật à? Nhóc, nếu hiểu. Ôi. Chưa. Cứ xin 2 giờ này chôn búa à? Ôi chưa. Game ơi. Bao nhiêu rồi? Bạc. Chi vậy. Ok. Đây rồi thầy quay lại. Bài tiếp thôi đây. Lúc này đến 200 triệu tiền không ra một con xí xịn nào. Được vui ấy. Vẽ quỷ luôn mà. Ác quỷ file đấy. Em bút cho rồi là chỉ được bay thôi. Đây lúc nào cũng hiện tiền chưa đến nhỉ. Khi được mấy tỷ bằng. Có nhiều ạ. Đủ khỏe rồi. Hai đéo carry được, thằng tanh quay yếu. Carry được rồi. Được, xong. Carry được đi lại bỏ, carry được đi. 61 máu ạ, đấy sao? Trốn nè. Bao nhiêu tiền rồi? 8 tỷ, sự là quá nghèo. Để xin bút cho em nhé. Bút luôn từ đầu. Mày Bắn như tên lửa. Bắn như tên lửa cho thầy. Yes. Yes, binh binh chilling. 51 tiền à? Lên chết đấy, lên chết 7, chết 8. 8 mà. Sau này sẽ 4.1 tới chết 8 mà mình thực sự nghèo ấy. Tali xin 2 rồi. Một tanh yếu. Lên chết 7 nhất đi lao à? Không, tanh yếu quá. Này cháu rồi, tanh. Giảm 5 phép này. Đây. Căng đấy. Ui, lắc rồi. Cái gì đây? What the hell? Anh bé ác quá lỗi luôn nhân vật rồi. Ai xì bà. Phải chưa? Làm đắp bộ rồi. Nhưng mà đắp bộ mà. Chôn à? Mà đắp bộ rồi mà chôn búa. Bé ác quá thì mà đắp bộ mà. Nhờ số hóa super gian nhỉ? Kinh ấy. Các quỷ luôn mà. Trời nhanh mà nhẹ đấy. Bay qua mấy tỷ cái vệ tinh rồi. Sao có một quan này? Có một quan. Tôi đúng à? Xin 2 đi rồi. Xin bảo mà tăng yếu xin 2 sao chịu được. Đó, có sao có một con pet nhỉ? Đúng à? Ba quan như một nhưng mà nó hiện một quan nát. Cười mắt vui đây rồi đây. Cười mắt. Cứ phương tiếp viện này. Nhưng mà toàn nói đồ à. Rồi, mình đỡ rồi. Đúng tiền sự cũng nhanh ấy. Rồi không vậy. Chuẩn không? Nhanh đét mà. 8 tỷ có mỗi quan mà. 3 con như một nó để mỗi quan. Nhưng bên trước vẫn để 3 con để khác nhau. Không ta. Bên trước vẫn để 3 con để khác nhau mà. Wow. Dốc không? Dốc của nó sẽ đi tới đây không? Rồi, gây thêm sát thương. Rồi, đây là bảo có mỗi đi xin một khỏe đấy. Sự là có mỗi đi xin cũng được ấy. Anh phải từng tí nữa, từng tí đó mới đẹp. Lên. Nè, bình. Nhai. Rồi hết rồi. Lên 8 rồi. Hết gì rồi? Này, có mấy máu rồi? 8 máu là 3 mà. Anh đang boost stock cho cái quân nhân vật của thời mây đấy. Trên này có con mây vậy. Chú ta nhìn nhảy qua mây không? Mấy tuổi? 9 tuổi một lần à? Quý à? 1 tuổi rưỡi này, 3 tuổi này, 4 tuổi rưỡi, 6 tuổi, 7 tuổi rưỡi, 7 tuổi rưỡi, 7 tuổi rưỡi, 8 tuổi rưỡi à? 9 tuổi, rồi thằng rồi, 65 tuổi về ơi, 8 tuổi rồi, 8 tuổi hơn, 9 tuổi, yes. Chưa bút à? Chạy thêm một tí nữa, anh xem một con bút, yes. 6-7 tuổi là 6 lần quay. Gì? Anh còn ra One Legend đấy cho chị hẳn đấy. Galio kiếm mà. Sojin à, có rồi. Galio kiếm nó sẽ là binh ấy, thằng đánh sử ra ấy. Rồi thằng mất không ấy. Không có cách hiện giá luôn. Mày sự quả quỷ ấy. Ô, được rồi này. Có 7 lap ấy. Nhưng bay kinh quá hay sao? Có 7 lap. Bay nhanh quá cho cút mà. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gọi như là 2 có tí tanh ấy. Gọi là có tí tanh ấy. Để không ngoài. Ô mua ra. À cái đúng. Xong. Galio rồi. Galio và Juliet. Xăm qua, xăm đục giật với cờ, xăm bầu của cái gì? 7 láp à? Mình 7 láp rồi mắc mà. Quên mất. Chuẩn không vậy. Chim trồ à? Nắng bình thường.